still there?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're on.
there you are.
Okay, Ezra's gone now. So I'm just keeping a couple things for him. Gosh. Okay, it'll be fine. Don't think about it. Paranoid. This is the second studio album by English heavy metal band Black Sabbath. Released in September 1970, the album consists of several of the band's signature songs, including Iron Man, War Pigs, and the title track, Paranoid, which was the band's only top 20 hit, reaching number 4 in the UK charts. There, I'm done. That's all I've got to say.
Oh, great. Why don't you bite the head off a bat and get some good marketing stuff done?
He only did that once.
He did. Do you see he's come out recently and said, I didn't know what I was doing. Somebody threw a sandwich on the stage and I bit into it and then it was moving, and turns out he doesn't talk like that, does he? Turns out it was a bat. But I reckon he went, yeah, bat, I'll fucking bite the head off this, rah. Because they played on that for years as Ozzy's character, didn't they?
Yeah.
Years. Anyway.
Yeah, he was on a lot of drugs.
I'm sure he was.
I don't know how you get a bat into a... Someone kept a bat in their back pocket, stuck it through security.
That's it. Hey, mate, can I check your bag before you come in here? I got nothing in here, governor. They got a fucking bat in there. That's cool. Where you go?
Yeah, maybe they were selling them. What country are we in? Because it could have been like a bat sandwich or something like.
That's true. I mean, this is how COVID started. Thanks, Aussie. Fucking.
Oh, that is dangerous and harmful misinformation.
Allegedly. I'll just add that. Allegedly. Yeah.
Actually, what is the story now? It came from, they reckon it did come from bats, but they've never found any bat that. Never mind.
I think someone just had sex with an armadillo or something, and we got COVID. Yeah.
I just realised that I said the official narrative was dangerous and harmful misinformation.
And I'll be doing this episode alone in 5 minutes when the FBI turn up at Daniel's house.
There'll be a COVID warning on this. Let's keep our story straight. Definitely came from a bat, didn't come from a lab. No.
Definitely. Paranoid, Black Sabbath. What was your introduction to the Sabbath?
I remember moving house. My mum and dad bought a new house, and we were moving all the furniture. And in the moving van, someone had left a Black Sabbath tape. And I went, I was driving the moving van, never heard Black Sabbath before, and plugged it in. And I went, this is all right. Good. Yeah. It's, at that stage, I was already into Metallica and stuff. And so it was kind of like easy listening rock to me, I thought, Well, yeah, that was my first encounter with the Black Sabbath.
Right. Yeah. So you liked them straight off the bat, you think?
I thought every song was good. It was great. I think it was a compilation, though. It was like a greatest sort of a thing. It wasn't an album, but it was a good solid. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys, it's fair to say they're just before our generation, eh? Like they're big in the 70s.
Yeah, first 80s. Album, 70, yeah.
Yeah, so sort of, they're kind of, I mean, you could compare them to Zeppelin, similar sort of time. Zeppelin came out in 69. And, I mean, for me, my introduction to Sabbath was, there was a film came out, I think it was mid-90s, Dazed and Confused, right? It's got a young Ben Affleck and a young Matthew McConaughey and a few others. Classic film. It's up there, probably in my top 10s. But the soundtrack, I like the film so much, I bought the soundtrack. And it's set in the high school in the 70s, so a lot of good tunes. And it has Paranoid by Black Sabbath. And that was kind of my introduction to the Sabbath. And I liked it. Good riff, like I wasn't a big fan of Ozzy's voice, I don't think, but the overall tone of the song, good. But this apart from a few sittings with you over the years, and the odd recommendation, other soundtracks, this is my first time I've sat down and listened to a Black Sabbath record in its entirety. It was an eye-opening experience, a learning one for me. How often had you listened to Paranoid in its entirety prior to this?
One of my favorite songs. Listen to it all the time. Lots and lots. It's always on a playlist of mine. Yeah, great ripper of a song, Paranoid.
A song? Yeah, but what about the album as a whole? Had you listened to this whole thing before?
I've heard all of it before, but sort of compilations. I think this might be one of... It's hard to tell with me because I just heard it on compilations so many times. I've heard all of it, but not really the album. Yeah.
Right.
And, but this was a good listen.
Yeah, totes. Like, I chucked it on, like I always do for the music section. I put it on when I'm driving. I do a lot of driving. And we had, what was the film we did that was all sort of Sabbath? High School, you hated it. I liked it. Anyway, one of the past episodes. What was it called?
High School Metal Musical.
High School Metal Band, yep. And they did lots of covers of War Pigs. Now, that was the first time I'd really listened to that song, War Pigs. And I learnt through that film that it's a great fucking song. So, chucking this album on, and just peek behind the beef curtain, I listened to the 2009 remastered version. I don't know if that makes any difference. I didn't compare it to the original.
Well, I listened to, I was on the iTunes, and it was the original, but it had two remastered from the 2009s, and there wasn't a lot of difference between, you couldn't really tell the song is different from the other songs.
Well, that's cool. Well, but to me, like, chucking War Pigs on, the drums sounded great, like, solid, and the bass was great, the guitars, like, when it was in the movie, or after seeing that movie, I went and listened to sort of War Pigs on its own, and I was like, oh, it sounds kind of thin compared to the one they put in the movie or whatever. But listen,
definitely
to this.
Beefed up the more polished version in the film.
Yeah. But listening to this, I think it was still this version, the 2009 remaster, sounded good, sounded solid, good wall of noise, and it's a good song, man. Like, it's got a very unique vibe and tone, but it all sits great. Music matches the words and I don't know, they kind of got across what you think they were trying to get across, right?
Kind of realizing about it is something we always complain about is you get bands that have a sound and you get 40 minutes of the same song over and over again, basically.
Sure. Yeah.
Whereas this is an album where every song sounds like Black Sabbath, but every song's got its own flavor and sounds unique as well.
I mean, but even you could say that, like, even the first two tracks, right? You go War Pigs and Paranoid. I don't really reckon they changed the settings too much in the studio there. They could do that. Keep the mics the same on the drums, bass the same, guitar tone about the same, and, Ozzy's voice, right? But those two songs are so unique, right? Like, they've just got, and maybe that's because they're classic songs, but there's something about them that makes them, individual, as opposed to, as you say, the same song over and over again. It's same tone, but epic style change. But for me, where it felt strange was Planet Caravan. Now, I never knew that Black Sabbath were a bit of a fucking hippie 70s band. Did you?
A what band?
Bit of a hippie. It was a bit flower people-y. Am I thinking of the right song? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Planet Caravan.
Yeah, that's their trippy LSD love song. They said they didn't want to write a proper love song, so they made it about floating in space with your girlfriend going past the planets, tripping balls.
Yeah. I thought, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm used to Ozzy Osbourne, the metal, and like fiery Game of Thrones album covers and upside down crosses and worshipping Satan. And it was like, listen to what the flower people say. It was, oh my God.
I don't know. To me, it's a bit of a slam on the brakes after War Pigs and Paranoid. Like, to me, just move it more to the end, 3/4 mark.
Yeah.
It would be smoother transition kind of a thing.
Like have it as track 6, you know, song 1, side 2 of a record, you know?
Yeah. I could have done, like, if we went War Pigs, Paranoid, Iron Man, and then maybe get into your Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, and then now you got a Planet Caravan. Now you can pick it up with Fairies Wear Boots, you know, at the end, kind of.
Yeah.
But then again, that's a small complaint. Like,
oh, sure.
Cool song. Just move it, shuffle it back a bit.
Agreed. I struggle reconciling. So my introduction to Ozzy Osbourne is through that fucking TV show, The Osbournes. Right? That came out. I was like, yeah, here's this stumbling fucking drug-addled buffoon shuffling around his house, picking up dog shit. And I couldn't reconcile that with this guy was a rock god. I was like, I've never seen that. I didn't see him in his prime. Didn't see him through the 80s when he was playing Castle Donington and all that sort of stuff. Got that he was a legend, but I never understood it. But going back and listening to this stuff, I'm like, fuck yeah. This guy, like, he was unique, had his own voice, had his own style for sure. And like, I wouldn't call him the greatest singer in the world, but it's perfect for what they're doing.
There's a lot of, they're not the greatest singer on the world, but they fit.
Attitude.
Somehow, how do you replace them? They fit. Of course, he got replaced a few times by Ronnie James Dio, and he's been Black Sabbath's one of those members come and go quite a bit. Yeah, right. They've had 5 singers, I think, over the years.
I could see Dio working. Maybe I should look up. I'm looked into his albums that he did with them.
Dio probably technically better singer, but then I don't know. He sort of always rubs me a little bit the wrong way, but then he's got some great songs.
Ride the tiger. You can see his straps, but you know he's clean. Yeah, Holy Diver. Great song.
Yeah, got a bit of grit to him. Ozzy's got that. I don't know. Ozzy's pretty unique.
Monotone nasal. I think that's Ozzy. He doesn't have a lot of range, but he's getting it done.
I know. Generals gathered in their masses. Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good song.
Yeah. He just works. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Sad news today. You hear the news about Ozzy?
He's got a 19-year-old wife.
That would be good news. At his age, it's fantastic news.
What a no!
I guess what I'm doing for the next 6 months. Then, boom, it's all over. I'm just... No, he's retiring from touring altogether now. He's just had injuries. He's a bit old and done a lot of drugs. Yeah. And he said it's breaking his heart to cancel the tour, but he's like, I'm fucked. And it's like, you did no wrong, Ozzy.
Well,
you did it till the end. You're fucking great.
Too old to pull the Kurt Cobain, isn't he? To say, oh, look, I'm fucking fading away. You know, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Shoot himself in the face. No, he's just doing what Kurt should have done and gone, I'm out. I'm going to retire. You know?
Well, Kurt was obviously murdered.
Well, that's
we all
true.
know that.
I do stand corrected. Yeah. Touche.
Yes. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Twitter needs to release the Kurt Cobain tapes. Yeah. Kurt Cobain files. That'll be, see if you got some of those. But poor Ozzy. He's had a great innings. He surfed us well. He's gone out like a champ. Like, let's face it, he's 3,000 years old. God, give him a
I think he's probably solidly be in. Do you think he's in triple or quadruple digits for groupies?
He will not know. And there'll be so many people saying they did when they didn't.
Yeah. I don't know if that counts, Sharon. Yeah.
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 You always hear. Have you heard those groupie stories where they talk about rooting a rock star, and it's like they passed out and they carried on anyway, and the rock stars passed out. Heard, there's one about George Harrison. There's a chick who her mother rooted George Harrison, and then she met George Harrison when she came of age, and George Harrison just sort of laid back, and she gave him a blowjob, and then he got up and said thanks and walked out the room, and she went and told her mum. What a proud family.
Yeah. Okay. As long as George Harrison wasn't that kid's dad, I suppose.
I didn't mention that kid, but
yeah.
Her.
Yeah,
could have
didn't mean
been
to take it there, because the mum went there,
Ooh.
and then she went there.
That's gone dark.
It went real dark. That's darker than Ezra Miller. Christ.
I forgot the end of the story. She said, "Thanks, Dad." See you later, Dad. See you at church.
Let's not speak ill of Master Harrison. No.
Yeah. George is the man.
Yeah, look, I guess, if you're really into the music, you could just, if the rock stars passed out, technically, you are wording them, If
it's definitely rape. Yeah, definitely rape. But men, we just don't complain that much.
Careful.
We're used to it. A couple of years in prison, you get out. Like that sort of thing. It's just had worse. Had a hard life. It's not the worst thing that's happened to me.
Yeah, right. You got a highlight of this album for you. What's your top song?
Paranoid, and I love Iron Man.
You do?
Yeah.
Iron Man. I thought, why is he singing the riff? That annoys me. I can't. Ugh.
Yeah. What do you sing on top of it, though? How do you counter that?
I don't know. It didn't, it could have just been don't know. But isn't that one of the first rules in music? The vocal line shouldn't follow the bass line or whatever it is?
Well, tell those jazz musicians, those guys that play a lead line and sing it at the same time.
Scat guys. Yeah, it's true.
That's the worst shit I've ever heard. And some reason, thousands of people turn up every night to listen to it.
He lost his mind.
Actually, I was reading what the story of the lyrics were tonight of that song. I never listened to it before, thought about it before. Iron Man's a man from the future who's a bit of a loser who comes back to the past with technology, and then he saves the people, and then the people turn against him and he kills them all. Yeah.
Sweet.
I'm sort of paraphrasing a bit, but it's a pretty cool story. I really liked it.
Make a film out of it. It'd be better than the Batman.
Well, when they did the Iron Man first film, they had the Iron Man theme, didn't they? Or was it the second one?
No.
And then when you listen to the lyrics are Iron Man's going to kill everyone.
Yeah. That would make a better ending to the Iron Giant. Remember that Disney film? That giant should have just fucked everybody up. When
Iron Man got the Infinity Gauntlet, he should have clicked his fingers and got rid of half the world, and it would have been full circle. Yeah, he's like, Thanos, you're right. Half of us do not need to be here. We're just making a mess of shit.
Yeah. No, Thanos should have got rid of half, and then Iron Man should have gone, there's half it again. Like that.
Yeah.
Ex-wife. 3/4 of it. Yeah. My ex-wife is still here, Thanos. Give me that glove.
No more.
No more. Goodbye, bitch.
The guy I owe $50.
Gone. Are you still here? Half it again. My hairdresser's still here. Half it again.
Oh, Gwyneth Paltrow's been raiding my wardrobe.
Half it again. Snap.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think, so this is a bit of a detour, but in the Marvel films, they do the snap and people disappear for 5 years, right? That's how it works. And then all of a sudden, they come back, right? Do they
Someone's
come back?
parked in my spot.
Yeah, do they come back to the the exact location where they blipped away from? Because if you like when they do the blip, I think that's what they call it in the Spider-Man ones. Then when the snap happens, people disappeared for 5 years, and then they come back 5 years later, right? They just reappear. Do they reappear where they disappeared? You know what I mean? It's like if you were flying in a helicopter and the snap happened and you disappeared out of the chopper and the chopper plummets to the ground. And 5 years later, when you come back, do you come back mid-air with no chopper?
Oh, how many people plummeted to their deaths? You were flying on a plane.
Yeah.
And then the plane's not there anymore when you come back.
Yeah. Like, those movies are horrendous when you really think about it.
Oh, it should be a massive cleanup.
Disney.
You just appear in front of the car, boom.
Yeah.
That would have made a more interesting second film, because I liked the first one, and the second part was bloody boring as well. Boring. So that would have been much better.
Should have just been like Iron Man sweeping up bodies off the street, mate.
So Robert Downey Jr. closes his eyes. He goes, "I am Iron Man. He's going to save the world." Clicks his fingers, and then people just start falling from the sky to the desk.
Boom, 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 boom.
He's like, oh shit! Didn't really think about this.
Oh no!
Yeah. People just blip in and get chopped in half by elevators, and hands going into meat grinders. They were like forming inside of other people, and they're all
not like this, not like this.
He's like, oh, clicking to get safely.
Safe click.
Yeah.
The
That's a much better film.
Yeah, the folks at Disney didn't think that through.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Yeah. Did you ever see Black Sabbath live? Did you get that? Or Ozzy or anybody?
Yep. I saw him live a few years ago, and I cannot remember, but I don't think it had the original drummer, because he's kind of fucked. He's too old. He gets wheeled on stage with an oxygen mask and stuff like that. And they fall out with him quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, saw Ozzy, saw Tony, saw Geezer. That's all you need.
Tony's the guitarist, right?
Yeah, with fingers missing.
I was going to say he wears thimbles or something, on his fingers.
Kind of rubber thimble-y kind of things or something.
Rubber tips.
Yeah, he left Black Sabbath in the early days as well to join Jethro Tull, and had a month of it and said, "This is shit," and went back to Black Sabbath.
Yeah, wise choice.
Interesting thing I didn't know.
Nobody likes flute solos that much. Fucking Jethro Tull.
But he was also a touring musician in like jazz bands and stuff, which you hear that influence on this record, the little jazz guitars and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, most of what he's playing, like War Pigs, is pretty simple power chords and a couple of little riffs. So is Paranoid. Paranoid's real straightforward. But I think much like, even like Zeppelin, a lot of their stuff's real simple, but it's the combination of the different styles. Like the drummer, they're War Pigs, man. How good is the drumming in that? It's so like, it's real simple, but he's not playing a straight beat by any means. And it makes it. Absolutely.
Yep, they were pretty solid. Hand of Doom. Apparently, Hand of Doom is they saw soldiers coming back from Vietnam, and they were all on heroin to help them get through the horrors of war. And no one was talking about it in the news, so he wrote a song about it. Geezer, the bassist, wrote most of the lyrics. I just didn't really know that before. I know I did know that, but I'd sort of forgotten about it. But they said that they didn't want to write songs about happy things. They wanted to write about the world as they saw it and all the trouble they saw. Because I think one of them said he was listening to the radio, and the song was, If you're going to San Francisco,
Yeah.
wear a flower in your hair. And I think it was Ozzy who said, we were fucking poor. He said he didn't even have shoes. Like his dad worked all day, his mum worked all day. They had no money, and he didn't have shoes. And this fucker's going to San Francisco wearing flowers in their hair. He's like, didn't relate to it. So that's where Black Sabbath came from.
It's good music, though, eh? You find something that appeals to you and your people, and you put it out there. You speak. People will find you, like the Pied Piper. Yeah. It was their debut album, Black Sabbath. That's a good one too, right? I remember that being good.
Yeah, I was interested. The first album was recorded in 2 days, and they said the second day was for mixing. So they had to set up, record everything in one day. And it was put out, and then they had some hits, some mild hits, and so they capitalized on that success. They recorded this album 4 months later.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Quick.
They were pounding it out.
Well, that's what they used to do back in the day. None of this 2-3 year hiatus business. It was
7 years between albums. Yeah.
Yeah. You got 6 months. Get it done.
Yeah, Brian Epstein, you'd sit the Beatles down and go, all right, making a new album. You've got a week to write it. Yes, boss.
That's it.
And you'd get
6 hours for a single.
Yeah, and they would turn out single after single after single.
Oh, I think Ringo's got a song. No, they never said that.
Well, he did, occasionally.
Did he?
And George.
In an octopus's garden in the shade.
I like that song.
Yeah, it's not the best though, is it?
We all live in a yellow submarine.
Well, he didn't write that one. He sang it. That was Lennon McCartney. He wrote Octopus's Garden. I think that might have been the only one he wrote, actually. Write in if I'm wrong. I do consider myself a bit of a Beatles fan.
He had a good solo career, though. He had a lot of hits.
He had Photograph and Back Off Boogaloo. What else did he have? That was it.
I'm trying to think. There's a bunch. Anyway.
You're wrong.
On the Spotify machine, what do you reckon was the big songs from this record?
Off this record? It's Paranoid. It's got to be.
Yeah, how many listens?
Oh, I'm only going to say like 100 mil, if that.
712.
Oh, shit. Oh, right.
Song's huge.
Yeah.
Guess what number 2 is?
Iron Man, maybe? Oh, I'll go with War Pigs.
Wrong. So wrong. Iron Man, 373.
Okay.
373. War Pigs, 225 million. And then after that, drop off.
Off a steep ledge. Yeah.
Yeah, you get getting into the 10s and 20s, 30s sort of thing. Yeah, War Pigs, Paranoid, and Iron Man.
Yeah, right. And I
any skippers?
Oh, the Caravan. You know, the song 3. I'm not listening to that ever again. The rest, I think, I'm kind of okay with. But it's definitely an album where I'd go, you know, War Pigs, Paranoid, skip, Iron Man, maybe. It's not my favorite song in the world, but they're classic songs. And then after that, I'd kind of leave it on, but I wouldn't really pay attention. But that's just me.
I got War Pigs, Paranoid, and Iron Man, epic, and then everything else, decent. Yeah. But decent's not bad. Decent's just, it's not the top songs. Yep.
Even Planet Caravan?
Yep. I'll listen to it. Yeah. It sort of might be a skip if I haven't got time.
Yeah, okay.
If it's a bit too soft, I kind of do towards the hard and fast.
I think instead of putting this on again, I'd happily put on a Black Sabbath Greatest Hits and know that I'm getting the best of what's on Paranoid plus some other good shit. That's what I'd do.
they got plenty of great songs like Snowblind and Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath,
Yeah.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of crackers. What's my other one? Children of the Grave. Love that song.
Children of the Grave, Orchid, Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, The Wizard. Some good ones, for sure.
Yeah, great stuff. Well, what else do we normally do when we're alive?
We do albums. Well, we rate these things. Well, let's. You know what we've never done? We've never double featured an album. If you had to back this, or in like a CD jewel case, you had to double this up with another album, what would you pair it up with?
Oh,
On the spot, I know, but I just thought we didn't do it for our last movie episode, so let's do it here.
I'm gonna say Snap. I got the power.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Snap. Oops, upside hands. Say oops, upside hands.
fuck?
Everybody say oompala.
Why?
It came to mind
What's your
first.
connection? Right.
That's a cool album. Like, more people should listen to that. We should definitely do that one day.
What?
Like, that's a left of field. Every song's good. Snap. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oops,
That's what you're saying.
upside the hand. Say oops, upside the hand. Everybody say oompala.
I don't even know what you're talking. It sounds like Corey Feldman. Is that what you're singing right now?
Oh, that's another good Millennium.
No, he had a song called What's Up with the Youth. What's up with the youth?
What's up with the youth?
Yeah. That's what I thought you were singing.
Oh, hit after hit.
Okay. Yeah.
But, I'm going to go Snap.
Okay. Well,
Trust me on that one. That's a good record.
Oh, well, look, future episode perhaps. But right now, I'm gonna keep it more
Boring,
predictable, slow,
yeah,
and
basic.
mediocre.
Yeah.
I'm a basic bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to
What
double.
would the Simpletons pair with this one?
The Simpletons would pair Motorhead's Ace of Spades with this one. That's what I'm putting in there. The expanded edition.
Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades.
See? It's fucking boom. War Pigs and the Ace of Spades. You're fucking having a good night.
Name another hit from Motorhead.
Fast and Loose. Jailbait. Love
Too
me
late. Jailbait.
Love me like a reptile. Like, shoot you in the back.
Oh, I thought you wouldn't know. Yeah.
Motorhead's the best.
Hellraiser.
He did one with old Dave Grohl as well. I can't remember what that was called. That was a good song too.
Fuck Dave Grohl.
Well, fuck Dave Grohl, but that song was pretty good.
I stand corrected, but fuck Dave Grohl. Yep.
He killed Kurt Cobain. Allegedly.
Yeah, whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To rewrite my songs. Yeah.
Marigold. Fuck off, Dave.
Back off, Dave. Get back on the drums, Dave. Kurt, I got this song. It goes.
Fuck off, Dave.
Like these.
Fuck off, Dave.
Times like these.
Fuck off, Dave. I'm the boss. While I'm around, you shit. Everybody knows it.
What about this one? One by one, we get closer to the
Fuck off, Dave.
One by. Oh.
Get that poppy shit out of here.
Okay, I'll just go play the drums, Kurt.
You fucking Down syndrome face prick. Fuck off.
Okay, I'll grow a beard to cover my Down syndrome face, Kurt.
It's the best idea you ever had, you ugly bitch. Yeah.
Can I at least play bass on one song?
Fuck off.
Join Tom Petty.
I'm gonna go over there and write an actual good song now. Not like the shit you do.
Is it gonna use power chords?
Yes, because I'm a man and you're a bitch.
Okay. I can only play open.
Hurry up and grow that fucking beard, you ugly cow.
Are my drums loud enough to play them?
We're turning you down because you're stupid and ugly.
Okay.
Chris, get him out of here. Chris, just thank you, Chris. Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
I thought it was okay that
get rid of him,
all
Chris.
my drum fills came from 70s punk bands.
Just push him, Grill. Just push him, Chris. Get rid of him. Come on, Chris.
Could I sing back up, you guys?
Hey, you just really, just cool it around Kurt right now. It's just not a good time with, his baby in the womb of a woman on heroin. So, you just want to take it easy for a second, Dave, and just let Kurt have his moment.
Seems like Kurt's not really into it anymore. Should we tell him that
you're not very talented?
He's faking it.
You're not very talented, Dave. Just he's the one putting the food on the table, Dave, and
I'm gonna make it one day, you guys. I'm gonna have my own band. I'm gonna be a filmmaker too. I'll show you.
Sure, Dave. Sure. Like when there's no competition left. When there's no competition left, maybe that'll happen. But
I'll be the only one left. Last one standing.
Yeah, when all the good ones die, maybe you'll have a go at this, Dave. But until then, fucking mediocre. Okay.
I'm gonna try and join Pearl Jam.
Probably a good idea.
We can all be mediocre together.
Yeah, they're going your direction right now, aren't they? They started off good, but yeah, maybe they'll have you now.
Yeah. Nothing could be worse than current Pearl Jam. Let's go back to. Well, I'm going to drop the skit. Nothing could be worse than current Pearl Jam. My lord.
Current Foo Fighters?
I probably look. Here's a big one. I would listen to current Foo Fighters and current Metallica before I would listen to current Pearl Jam.
Oh God, what if
that much?
Matt Cameron joins Foo Fighters.
Called it.
And the man with no feel.
Yeah. The man with no feel ruining yet another band. Though he was good in Soundgarden. He had his place.
He hasn't got any feel, but he does what he's told. And, takes us
one of us. He was in Seattle with us, so get him. Oh, he's been in the band too long to kick out now. He's really ruining us. You see, they brought back for Pearl Jam's induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They brought back the original drummer from 10, Dave Cruzen, and he came on stage and he played Alive once for the first time in fucking 30 years or whatever it was. And for the first time since that record came out, it sounded like the record, and it had swing and it sounded awesome. And it just made you realize how shit Matt Cameron plays that song. I'm sure he's good on other songs.
I had a Dave Abruzzi came up on my YouTube the other night playing on I don't know, something I never heard of. It was actually really good. I actually sent it to you because I thought you might like it. But Dave Abruzzi's a fucking cool drummer with feel and fits, and they got rid of him because he called Vetter a cunt.
Yeah. Him and he didn't get along, so they kicked him out. But yeah, he made that band, man. Like Versus and Vitology, those were their big touring years. That was him. He killed it. They should have brought him back.
Yeah.
But oh well, people want to be friends in a band. Did we rate this album yet? We're running out of time.
I'm going to give it a 7.
7? Oh, look, I'm going to match you. I'm going to give it a 7.1 decapitated bats out of 10.
Eric, push the button, Eric. Don't let Dave Grohl in the studio again.
Don't. Yeah. If you're listening to this, Dave Grohl, take a break. Just pull an Aussie and retire.
God's telling you to end that band.